Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Living and welcome to today's episode. For today, we're going to talk about my front porch. I'm constantly moving my stuff around just because I get tired of the way that it looks, and the cheapest and most affordable way to make your space feel new and fresh is by rearranging your things. It's actually just free, which is why I am redoing it again. The number one reason why I wanted to change up my patio was just because I didn't like the way that it looked. When we first moved into the house, I didn't like the cement in our front porch because our house is really old. Our house was built in the 1930s, late 1930s or 1940s. So it is a pretty old house. And obviously with time and depending on how the people before us lived in it, obviously the cement will not always be or remain in its most beautiful condition as it was when it was first put down, I guess, or made. Which brings me to my point, which is the cement was really damaged, like paint splatters and all these other things and stains on it that I just didn't like. And believe it or not, you guys, brand new cement or just clean cement gives it a whole different look and obviously nicer, and it does change it drastically, which is why I decided to paint it. Now, hear me out, because I'm not a professional when it comes to this. I'm a DIYer, so that means it's always about trial and error, which is what I typically do. I had purchased a paint that was specifically for porch patio, or for your patio, which was for cement, brick, or wood. But the thing is that I don't know if I just didn't do it right, to be honest. I didn't even bother reading the instructions. I just grabbed it and painted my front porch. What? Come here, babe, it's fine. Over here. Oh, okay, just not too much water, okay? Because you're gonna spill. So while I did paint it, it did last me a few months, and it was in really good condition. But being a clean freak that I am, I feel like I want to wash everything, especially outdoors. Everything gets really dirty, and what makes it easier for me is using a pressure washer. I use a pressure washer to try to clean it, and I don't know if maybe that's where I made the mistake. By using it, that it started chipping off. So it started chipping off, and then on top of that, I wanted to repaint those same spots that were chipped off, and I probably didn't paint it at the right time of the year or the season, because apparently when it's really cold, it is not a good idea to paint your exterior, so your house or your porch patio cement, for that matter. When I wanted to repaint that, I didn't do it very right. I think it was a little wet still, and which is why the paint was a little bit different, or it made these streaks on my floor, and I hated for the longest time. In the meantime that we find something and that we decide to actually invest in something like that, because I'm pretty sure that it can get pretty pricey, I decided to grab a can of paint from our garage. So I grabbed one that to me looked the closest to cement, because the one that we currently had, or the color of my porch, had a blue or a violet tone in it, and I just didn't like it. It looked purple against my all white house, and it just didn't go very well, I think. So this one to me looked so much better, and although it's not paint for cement, it's exterior paint, so it might be okay. Something that I've been looking, or that I was looking for in my patio, was having a cozy vibe, a comfortable seating arrangement, and matching plant pots, of course, and a rug. I wanted a rug that was at least 4x6, 5x7 max. I actually wanted a warm tone rug, because everything else in my patio is a little cool tone. I have the black plant pots, the black Loveseat with gray cushions, and it just was feeling a little too black and white in my opinion, and I needed something to warm it up a little bit. I couldn't find anything in a warm tone. I didn't want to get a jute rug because I've heard really bad things about jute rugs. They stain your floors, and of course the fibers, and I know the fibers are really gonna get on my nerves, so I just didn't want to do it that way. I decided to try out a new store. It is called At Home. Oh my god. I was a bit overwhelmed because of everything that they have. Everything that you can think of that has to do with your home, they have. One of the things that I appreciate the most was though, that everything is categorized. So you'll find all the patio stuff in one section, and then in each aisle they'll have patio furniture, cushions, and color coordinated. They have every single color and every single size, shape, form, plant pot. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I also love the fact that they have all these beautiful lanterns, you guys. So many options. I like that they had every size available, every color. They have a few aisles that are a little bit more like in a certain decor style. One of them was very coastal because a lot of people like the coastal theme for their patio. I had to stop because Noah and Jack were fighting over the same toy. So voiceover it is. I forgot to mention that I was actually looking for a gardening stool for my patio to use as like a little side table for drinks, and I couldn't find anything. I kept searching everywhere, and right when I walked into this store, I saw this one and I was in love with the color, with the shape, and with the price. I really love this patio set right here. I really want to use something warm like this for my backyard, and I really love the price point too. I also really love this table, but for my dining, whenever we knock down our wall. You said soon we'll be leaving this place alive. My husband surprised me with this new hydrangea that I absolutely love. I love the purple and the blue ones. Those are my favorite. And I needed to repot it in a new planter, obviously, or plant pot, because it was still in the nursery one. And obviously, as you can see, they're really ugly looking. And I wanted it just to match the rest of them. This is my current plant collection that I'll be having on my front porch. You said soon we'll be leaving this place alive. And the star of the show never fails. Mom life. I mean, you know I ain't lying, 'cause I hate wasting time. You said soon we'll be leaving this place alive. And of course, my sweet boy always trying to help me. I have now had this Loveseat for 3 years and it's still in perfect condition, you guys. I will link it below. To be honest, I was a little worried when I came home and I noticed that the ottoman was almost the same color as the floor. But you know what? I don't mind. It's pretty close, but not exactly, and I really love it anyways. You were looking hella fine. I was still making up my mind. I put them words in the open and they oxidized to fall and golden and heavy in the middle of the room.
about me, you know I ain't lying. 'Cause I hate